was saying, like I said, a pack of Oreos with the famine and stuff, is basically astronomical in the price, right? So, in these times, it's a lot of judgment going out. A lot of people are going without. They cutting food stamps off, cutting different programs. Basically, a lot of people got benefits and have not known the Most High in these times, okay? Pestilences and earthquakes, plagues, earthquakes in diverse places. We had that earthquake in Afghanistan that killed 800 people, okay, and wounded 12,000 or something, or 2,600 or something. The number may be fluctuating, but going up, steadily up. So Most High is definitely visiting this place, okay, and visiting the earth, okay. So all nations are under destruction, under distress, no matter if they're north, east, south, or west, no matter what side of the 7 oceans they're on, okay, they're all under some type of distress. If it's not natural or weather, it's war, okay, and if it's not that, it's some type of famine or plague or pestilence, or they plagued by fire, okay. These fire, Canada, their shit is getting burnt up. We got these hurricanes coming back to back, okay. So we got the earthquakes in diverse places, okay, going on. All right, Heavenly Father is sending these plagues and whatnot. Okay, so Revelation 12:12. Okay, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Okay, so that's why you're seeing the federalization of not only DC but other states as well too, because this devil's coming down with great wrath. Okay, because he has but a short time, and he knows that. Okay, and so he wants to go after the big dogs, DC, all right, Chicago, all right, LA, all right. Once you get those, basically, and eventually New York, but once you get those basically under your control, the federal government's control, then they can run through all the other states. I mean, other cities like Dallas, Miami. They ain't gonna really pull up a fight. The Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? That don't really have a gang or out of control YN problem like a lot of these East Coast cities do. A lot of these East Coast and Midwest cities are problems, okay? Alright, so the Heavenly Father strategically, he knows what he's doing. Alright, so this devil's coming down with great wrath because he has a short time, okay? He knows that he has a short time to implement his MOTB, okay? Introduce that chip, okay? And have people chipped up and use the brain chips, the AI, okay, the RFID microchips, okay, the interface with, all right, the meta, and all that whatnot. So that's what we are waiting for, these prophecies to finish, coming to fruition in these times, okay, and they're actually doing that, all right. So, sorry, it was a split. Having problems. Satan having problems with the phone, man. Everything. It's always something, bro. I know these are tests. I know see what type of man I am. Alright, Matthew 24:22. And except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. Right. So the Lord is speeding up time. Everybody can feel it, whether they want to ignore it or not. Make excuses about, it's just as you get older, time speeds up. No, time is physically and actually speeding up, okay? Today went past quick, okay? Tomorrow's gonna go past quick, all right? Every day is moving super fast, okay? And it's moving faster and faster, okay? So, except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, right? So Heavenly Father has to speed up time so that at least the remnant can survive, man. Okay, because all this food, this terrible poisonous food, okay, these wars, okay, everybody got demons on them, everybody's ready to attack or strike, okay, at any given time, so This is gonna be crazy, man. I'm not worried about that. I'm just definitely just trying to, gather myself, because I'm very, very annoyed right now. Okay. So, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right. So, the Heavenly Father's gonna make these days shortened for who? The elect. Okay. And the 2/3 and the heathens, they're gonna be done. All right. The 2/3 and the heathens are gonna be done. Salakia. So, we're just waiting. We're just waiting, being patient. Okay, being patient. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Being patient. This fucking place is still going on. Like nothing ain't never happened. Shit is crazy, man. Esau having a game. This man living a time in his life at the end of the day. To the very end, he gonna be in this blessing. God damn. Till Yahweh Shah come. And we gonna be under the curses until Yahweh Shah. Alright, 2 Timothy 3:1. Just know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right. The very, very dangerous times, okay? It's gonna come to the point when the men of the Lord are gonna have to be taken off the street, famine of the word, because it's gonna get so dangerous, and Yahweh is just gonna start judging. Okay? That's what's gonna happen. He's just gonna start putting in work. And every man for himself, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be it. Murder she wrote. Yahweh Shah is coming to put that nail in the coffin, but Yahweh is gonna get it started. Okay? And that's what we're seeing now. Alright? Everything is fire is everywhere. While I was in Baltimore earlier, you see shit smoking and everything, stuff burning. So allegedly some apartment building, or there was a multi-floor apartment or something that was burning in a building that was burning up in downtown Baltimore. So the boys out there. That's how it's gonna be when they come for the men of the Lord. They're gonna fly right over you with them helicopters, but then they're gonna turn around. They had the spotlight on me just a little bit. But that's how it's gonna be. They're gonna fly over you. They'll be looking for you, head on the chopper coming. That's how it's gonna be when they come in, man. So don't get scared, get used to it. Alright? I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. You see, I'm out here. I'm out here in the bullshit. I'm in the mix. Alright, so yeah, these are perilous times, okay? But if the Heavenly Father isn't with you, okay, then you risk what? Something happened to you, right? So he said, 2 Timothy 3:1, just know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So very dangerous times, very, anything can happen at any moment to anybody. You don't have the covering of the Heavenly Father, okay? You don't know the names, okay? You're just out here just living it up, or just living your life, okay? You're 2/3 or heathens. You're most likely 9 times out of 10, 99.9% of the time, you're going to be eventually marked for some type of destruction sooner or later, okay? These are perilous times. You always got to watch what you're doing. Watch how you interact with these spirits out here, okay? Watch how they interact with you. Take your time processing what they say, okay? Because a lot of people are unhinged. They're melting down. If they haven't already melted down, well, if they have already melted down, they're on the verge or have crashed out by now, okay? So it is crash out season, full effect, just like it is hurricane season, okay? All right, so these things are happening, okay? Judgments are going out left and right, okay? Not fast enough for me, but I'm nobody, so but yeah, stuff is happening, okay? To the 2/3 of the heathens, okay? and trials and tribulations and the flame of adversity is kicking my ass. You know, service of the Lord. I don't know. Pretty sure other brothers can attest to that too. But things are kicking my ass as well. All right. So yeah, these are perilous times, man, and you got to have a spiritual eye to see. A lot of people are trying to excuse things away, ignore things away, block things out, you know, but it's going to get to a point right now, especially with how this thing with Chicago can go. This can go very left. This thing with Venezuela can go somewhat left. But right now, the biggest thing we got to probably look for right now is this Chicago thing, because what can happen is, you know, that this can actually incite and push the country into martial law, or have the Insurrection Act enacted. Okay, so we definitely have to keep our eyes as watchmen. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Okay, on Chicago and the feds, okay, and see how this can go. Now we know that everybody's a puppet. This is a stage. Everybody's full of shit. Okay, everybody has been elected through the spirit power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua and through Esau to fulfill the greater purpose, which is to bring in an MOTB and control everybody. Okay, so no matter what Jake they throw up there talking tough, we also know that he's brought and paid for. He's the ultimate Uncle Sam, the ultimate bigot, okay, and the ultimate traitor to Yahweh in the house of Israel. Don't matter if it's a female, Mayor Bass in LA, or Brandon, whatever his name is, mayor in Chicago, Illinois. All right, they're all Jakes, okay, and they're all brought and paid for. They don't control shit. They just control opposition. Remember that. All right. So, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right, and now you have a lot of conflicted things. A lot of countries and different leaders are talking about peace and safety and whatnot and stuff. And then you got other people jumping on, you know, other countries jumping on other nations, you know. So the whole kingdom is not balanced. Okay, it's very unbalanced. It's looking crazy. I mean, it's balanced in a way of Yahweh through the Spirit, but it's very unstable. That's what I'm saying. It's very unstable right now in these times. All right, so when these people keep talking about some type of peace deal, some type of ceasefire, some type of bullshit like that, all right, Yahweh rails them back in. Okay, sudden destruction comes and something breaks out. All right, so that's what keeps happening. Gradualism, up and down, down and up. You know, it's a roller coaster ride to get to Yahushua. All right, to get him here. All right, so we just gotta lock in, buckle down, and enjoy the ride. You know, so to speak. 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right. So I'm out here at night, and you know, a thief. You know, people that break into homes, and they used to cover a darkness, okay? And that's how Yahushua, the analogy of Yahushua is going to do. He's going to catch you with your pants down, all right? Catch you when you're least suspected. And all these people out here, people at the game over there, people flying in on these jets, landing at DCA, these people on their cars, jogging, driving and whatnot, they're all going to be caught off guard, okay? They're all going to be caught with their pants down, looking stupid, all right? All right, the men of the Lord, the servants of the Lord are out here on the highways and byways, you know, preaching this word, okay? 24/7, 7 days a week, 365, no days off. And they have been doing it. GMS has been doing it ever since what? The 80s, okay, 60s, okay? So it's been going on for a minute, all right? So it's no excuse. Nobody's not going to have any excuse, okay? When Yahweh pulls up on the scene, Yahushua pulls up on the scene, all right? Everybody's going to be caught off guard, because a lot of people have scarfed. A lot of people have turned a blind eye. A lot of people are on the fence. A lot of people are, not being diligent, okay? A lot of people are falling out. A lot of men that are in the truth are falling out the truth. And it's getting harder, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be no excuse, okay? Everybody's going to get what's coming to them. All right? Okay, so Yahushua is coming, okay, coming as a thief in the night, all right? Hold on, lock it. Okay, so Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only, right? So Yahushua is saying, don't nobody know, okay? The angels don't know, no man, we don't know. We're measuring everything through the spirit first, but we're measuring how the nations are acting and what's going on a bigger playing scale, on a bigger grand scale. We're measuring that the time diligently like that. We're measuring what's going on in the heavens. Okay, we got eclipses and whatnot coming up. All right, so we're measuring the times. Okay, we're seeing how the people are, how unhinged they're becoming, how they're melting down, and how they're crashing out. Okay, you know, and we're also ultimately going to see about what prophecies are going to be put in play gradually, like the MOTB. Okay, World War III. Okay, we're waiting for it to go super hot. Okay, we're waiting for the first nuke to be dropped or shot off. Okay, we're waiting for this airline industry and aerospace industry to be shut down. We're waiting for the next lockdown with this country. Okay, we're waiting for martial law to be enacted. Okay, we're waiting for the troops to come to the rest of these cities. Right, that's what we're waiting for. That's how we can kind of gauge where we are, you know, with the prophecies and how close Yahushua is. Also, they're looking in space. We can see Yahushua. They can see him coming on the way. So we're looking, we're measuring. Okay, speaking to myself first and foremost. Okay, we don't know what hour. Okay, no man knows the day or the time or anything. Okay, no, not even the angels, but only who Yahweh knows. Okay, so the only thing we can do as mere men down here is what? Just look and be watchmen, okay, for the Lord, okay? And that's what men start with the apostles and elders, a great millstone all the way down. That's what they're doing currently in these times, okay? Being watchmen, vigilant, okay? Alert, okay? On guard, okay? So to speak, all right? Because the Heavenly Father, nobody doesn't know, okay? All everybody knows is once it's going to be time and Yahweh it's go time, it's go time. That's it. Alright? He sends them, gives them the word. That's it. And when he comes, Revelation 22:12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. Right. So he's coming to give everybody their reward, okay? You act like an asshole, you've been out here killing people, robbing and stealing, scamming, doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get paid back as a thief, okay? You'll get put to death or something, you know, or burnt up, or killed, or even robbed yourself and then killed, okay? All right, you've been doing the work, you've been diligently repenting, okay? You've been seeking the Lord, 1/3, you know what I'm saying? You've been listening to these epistles, you've been supporting the prophets, the men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, okay? Then, you know, and you put off that old man or woman, then you're going to get that reward, whatever that reward that Yahweh has for you. Every man has their own lot, okay? Whether they're 2/3 heathen or men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, and the truth, everybody has their own lot, their own destiny, and their own reward, okay? So we're just going to have to wait and see when the Yahushua gets here, okay, what every man gets or what you get, okay, per se, all right, because it's not about everybody else, it's about you, okay? What are you doing, okay, to make sure your crown isn't taken from you? What are you doing to lock in with the Heavenly Father, okay? That's what it's about. It's not about what other men or other people are doing in these times of judgment, okay? So that's why it says what? Revelation 22:12, and behold, I come quickly, right? So he's coming quickly, right? Yahushua is coming quickly. And my reward is with me, what? To give what? Every man according to his work, right? So whether it's good or bad, okay? Bad or good, okay? The Heavenly Father is, Yahushua is going to what? He's going to give a man according to what he's been putting out in the earth, okay? If he's been putting wickedness out in the earth, okay, then he's going to reward him with a wicked punishment, okay? And if he's been putting good works, righteous works out in these last days, then what? Then he's going to be able to do what? He's going to get a good reward, okay? He's going to get what? Well done, my servant, okay? That's what men like the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, whatnot. That's what men like that, okay, are looking forward to. Servants of the Lord, men of the Lord, the prophets, okay, elders. They're looking for mercy from the Heavenly Father and His Son, okay, and the men that and the people that are in the world that haven't been giving out mercy to other men and have basically the Heavenly Father has extended an olive branch, but they haven't taken it, okay. These people are going to what? Be put to death, okay? There's going to be a lot of people, okay? 2/3 in heathens, okay? So-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans that still want to just be in the streets, okay? Still want to do your thing like nothing ain't going on right now, all right? This grace period, everybody had a 5-year grace period basically to get right? And it's counting. All right, what have you been doing these last 5 years? Okay, have you been selfish? Have you been worried about yourself? Have you been doing people dirty? Okay, or have you been trying to come back to the Heavenly Father and His Son? Have you been trying to get right? Have you been trying to clean your spiritual house? Okay, so to speak. All right, that's the question that only you know. Okay, nobody else doesn't know what you've been doing, and nobody else is going to get your reward but you. All right. So Revelations 22:12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to get every man according as his work shall be. 2 Peter 3:10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that there are in shall be burned up. Right, okay? So Yahushua will pull up on the scene. Okay, the heavens gonna pass away with a great noise, okay, and those missiles gonna be shot off, and they're gonna hit, all right, they're gonna hit America, they're gonna hit these different nations, okay, that are destined for destruction, okay, these nuclear missiles, okay, and what? It's gonna melt the elements with fervent heat, okay, the earth and all its works shall there be burnt up, okay, so all this stuff you see is gonna be destroyed. Everything you see around me, you see, you know, on the video and whatnot, all these buildings, all this shit is going to be destroyed pretty soon, all right? All right, so that's it, you know, with the nukes, all right? They're going to hit. It's going to be, everything's going to get shaken. These islands going to be moved out of their place, okay? The Heavenly Father is going to rearrange this bitch, all right? Using the nukes, all right? The big, heavy, tactical ICBMs hitting hard, payloads, so to speak. All right, you just gotta get there, man. You just gotta get there. Yeah, so all this shit is gonna burn up. All Esau shit is gonna be burning up, and then everything is gonna have to be rebuilt up again. All right. So basically, I just wanted to bring that out. It's a lot going on. Okay, Yahushua is on the way. Time is short. All right, this grace period is closing down. Everybody can sense it and feel it. Impending doom. We are what? The prophets of doom. All right. Trump's MIA. Venezuela is being attacked. Northern tribes still being rounded up. Stuff going on with Alligator, Alcatraz. Southern tribe, you up next. That's the so-called blacks, so-called Jamaicans, African Americans, and Haitians. House of Israel. So we're gonna see how everything pan out in September. I'm hoping for another shutdown. I really do. I'm aired out. I'm burnt out. Saints are wore out. Saints are wore out, man. Saints are wore out. Alright, so we'll shut it down. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Rakakodav. This has been y&ymission. I'd like to say Shalom.